There's no freaking mouse on the moon, man. You know that? Suck it under pimpin'.
Turn it up.
Oh, some guy just had a turkey. Look at that. Welcome to Blab Rats, the show where we play recordings of broadcasters who were the subjects of government experiments. My name is Host, and I'm coming at you live from Seattle Up, Seattle Down Alleys with my man, Producer. What's up, Producer?
What's happening, listeners?
Not much from my end. I mean, I'm listening to you. Does that make me a listener?
Yeah, you're a good listener, I think.
Talka.
If I don't tell you that enough, I'm sorry.
Hey, listening is half of the science of podcasting, at least according to the Great Courses class I took, which I highly recommend. Great Courses podcasting. All the greats are doing. They're doing a segment. You got WTF Mark Maron doing. He teaches one of the classes on the great classes, the Podcasters Master Class podcast.
That sounds amazing.
It is. It changed my life. Brought me here.
Yeah, you keep forwarding links from it to me.
Well, I think that if you forward them to 20 other people, then you won't have bad luck. And that's why it's not just you. I mean, I know other people too. But I mean, my whole address book is about 1,200 people, and I cycle through every day. I forward at least one email a day to everyone in my address book as a rule.
That's what you're doing on your phone over there all the time.
Yeah, that's why I still have a BlackBerry.
Got it. I just thought you had like a secret side family or something.
No, not with this phone. I drive a 1989 Toyota Corolla station wagon. You think I can afford a second family?
Well, that's why I would have thought you could have afforded a nicer car, so I just assumed.
Maybe my second family, my wife is the breadwinner.
Does that mean she wins at bread competitions?
Yeah. She's the master baker. She actually was taught by Mark Maron on Great Courses, WTF's Mark Maron. He's actually a really good baker, and she took a master class cameo from him.
And that's all it took was one cameo, and she figured it out from there? That's still pretty impressive.
And she became a master baker.
Now, did you get the classic baker's husband's 15 when you started dating her?
Yes, I did. That's right. Then for people that don't know, that's when if you're dating a baker, and when you become their husband, they owe you 15 eggs every day. That's called a baker's husband's 15, also known as a husband's dozen. Baker's husband's dozen. Are you drinking milk over there, producer?
Yeah. Yeah, it's cold out.
Oh. Is that warm milk?
No, it's just regular temperatured milk.
Is that udder milk, or what are we talking?
It's utterly milk. You get it. You get a subscription every month. You get new milk sent to you from different cows.
Yum.
Yep, there's a picture of the cow and tells all about their life and what they're into and the kind of grasses they like to eat and stuff. Their favorite movies. Favorite movies and favorite smoothies. And then they'll be like, what movies pair best with what smoothies? Like, what do you think goes good with Clueless to a cow?
Celebrity cow crush.
Hey, how does a cow do math? Calculus. Sorry.
Calculus. Oh, I was expecting a moo joke.
Yeah, calculus. Mathematics.
Calculus.
Yeah, calculus. Mooculus. Ooh, Mooculus is a good name for a kid.
Mooculus. Mookie.
Mooculus.
The new band, Mooculus and Eponymous.
Yeah, I love Mooculus.
Playing Skittle Up, Skittle Down Alleys this Thursday night. And it is a 16 and up show as they are out of the local high school here. So come on down, bring your IDs, and bring your cars to open those engines. I'm going to come over and take a look because I'm a big car guy. We can bowl, we can chit-chat, we can talk about high school. You'll know me by the sound of my voice. So see you at the lanes at Muculus and Eponymous this Thursday. I'll see you at the parking lot after. Checking out those engines. So bring your dad's Stang or your mom's Accord or whatever. I just like to sniff them and stuff.
Don't go sniffing people's mom's Stangs, okay?
Mom's Accord. Come on.
Oh, okay.
I'm not like that anymore.
That sounds like a good time for everybody involved.
Oh yeah. You gonna be there?
I will try to see if I can make it. I don't have my calendar in
That's
front of me.
audience. I know from experience that is a yes.
Yeah, you don't get real hard yeses out of me.
Yeah. He never is a straight yes sir. He's like a Irish helloer.
That's fair. Yeah, the Irish hello. Hey, did you end up getting into any more rap music after last week?
Have you heard of this guy, Nasty Elephant?
Ooh, no. What does he get? What does he make? What's his favorite?
He's
Color?
He's doing like culturally appropriated grime here in the States.
We're taking that back. You took it. We're taking it back.
The Reappropriation Proclamation
Is the first album by
Nasty Elephant
in stores now. Get a 10% discount with the if you bust code load Blab Rats into their ear at the checkout counter.
Subcode Slow Load.
Slow Load was host's nickname in high school.
This is true.
The ladies get it
Yeah.
eventually.
I don't bust quick. I load slow.
Yeah. Oh yeah, your delivery's gotten good. Yeah, host for a guy who just heard rap for the first time last week.
Also, Chuck Diesel, is that his name?
Chuck D.
Shaq Diesel.
Oh, Shaq Diesel. There you go. Yeah. Yep. He's also he actually he's like a sports commentator.
Does he do baseball? Is he Frank Thomas?
You know, a common myth, but I did look it up on Snopes, and it turns out that no, they are two different people.
They call that a misconception. So, what we got in the old Moonballer tonight?
Do you know what Shoot the Moon is? The game Shoot the Moon?
Yeah, sure. We got 2 sticks and a ball, and you try
Thank
to
you.
5,000.
I'm surrounded by people that don't know what that is, and I was starting to feel like a crazy person, like
Maybe it's 50,000, 25,000. That was a lot of money back then.
Well, okay. At least we know that much is real. But, of course, what we don't know about the moon that's real...
The game is real, yeah.
But what we don't know about the moon that's real is a lot much else. So...
And also, I want to clarify that the word is real. It is the true belief of the show that the word moon exists.
Yeah, no one's arguing that.
Well...
On our show.
Okay, thank you.
Now,
I think we just gotta roll them tapes.
I think, yeah.
We're getting loony.
Yeah. Lunar epiplexy. If you go, and that's called going batty, and that's a callback to last episode and the one before that. We were on a bat run. There will be no bats in this episode, I can promise you.
No bats allowed.
This is better be a bat-free experiment.
I'm not a fan. Hip hop turned me off on bats. They don't talk about them anymore.
Turned you on to hip-hop, but off on bats.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fair. And puppetry, too. Puppets are edgier than I thought, but whatever.
Puppets are man's closest attempt to recreate the bat on his body.
Fingers crossed. Just gonna plow through. Fingers crossed. There's no bats in this one, though. That's all we could hope for.
No bats allowed.
Too many bats. Roll those tapes or whatever, but I just hope there's
Roll
no
them
bats.
tapes. Roll them. No bats, though. Don't roll them bats.
Yeah, let's just roll this. And then what's the tape called, host?
From here, I think it says,
Yeah, squint if you need to.
Many Men, One True God, the debate show with practically no limits on its long, seemingly endless title. Or What Time Is It on the Moon? Guerrilla warfare with our brains.
So, welcome to What Time Is It on the Moon? Back at you again. And I'll just start by saying it's 5 o'clock to me on the moon. How about you over there?
I mean, feel 7:15 where I'm at on the moon in my head.
Oh, moon, a feeling. Moon time. Is this a feeling for you, huh? No scientific basis, huh?
I think the feeling is the scientific basis. Yes. Feelings are part of science. Where they come from, science. Can't ignore them.
Well, where am I, man? Let me introduce myself. This is Dr. Booby Contrano, and he is a actual moon scientist. He's a moon rock investigator certified by the PSA and the VBI.
Yeah, I studied over 33 moon rocks.
Real and fakes. Ain't that right?
Yeah, mostly fake. Almost all fake.
And I am Pennsylvania Clem, and I like talking about the moon because I think I think it's a lot of BS out there, and it's time to talk about it. What time is it on the moon? Play intro here. Play. Oh, moon music. Moon music. Who is your favorite moon rock band? Doctor.
I really like Mooculus. Mooculus is good. They're good.
No, I thought they were a cow band.
It's like a cow on the moon theme band.
That's a great segue. What is with all the moon stuff being like moon, cows, cheese, man, face? What's up with that? What did doctors say about that? What did moon rock say about that?
Cows are the moon mother because in mythology the moon was made out of cheese. Cheese comes from cows. Therefore, you don't have the moon without the cows who make the cheese that make the moon. Now, obviously, scientifically, we know the moon isn't made of cheese. We've been there. It's made out of rocks that we had a handful of, and then didn't give to people, but they gave some to people, but then didn't, and then they were tested. I don't know. So,
are they cheese rocks?
I can't. We can't say with 100% certainty that they are not cheese.
Well,
now I don't think they're cheese.
Maybe it's Rochefort,
and they don't appear to be cheese, but we don't have enough of the compounds logged and analyzed to rule out that there aren't any cheese particles or compounds within those rock formations. Right.
Now I'm rapid fire because I'm excited. I love talking about the moon. So I'm just gonna hit you with this one. Have there been any, according to Dr. Booby's perspective, have there been any cows found on the moon? Or cow bones?
No bones, but the moon does have spots like a cow.
Whoa. Does it have milk?
Again, we haven't tested any milk compounds in
moon milk,
but so we can't rule it out. So I would assume yes, since we haven't yet been able to. That's how I do science.
Is there pornography on the moon?
Yes.
Is that legal or illegal? Because my lawyer says that nothing's illegal on the moon. So what did moon doctor say?
Well, here's the thing. I'm a doctor, not a lawyer, but I would just conjecture to guess that just what I know of the law is that sounds like a trap. That sounds like an entrapment. And maybe even you could double jeopardy it if you had more than one jeopardy involved. But if you don't, I would call entrapment and look out.
Yeah, that's what. Wow. Okay.
Legalese drop.
Drop. Wow.
But hey, I wouldn't.
Knowledge
I'll
is
write
power.
a prescription for you.
Moon?
Yeah, moon prescription.
Lunesta?
Lunesta. It's the only thing. It's the only kind of because I'm a moon doctor. It's the only thing I'm allowed to prescribe to people.
You're only allowed to prescribe over-the-counter medications.
Yep. No, not just only Lunesta though. Not any other ones.
What about Moonesta?
They took that off the market because
then they
just
Oh yeah, that's Lunesta's the new name. Yeah.
they repackaged it after the baby poison situation. But I also would like to point out that just before the cow jumped over the moon. That's also a connection to cows and moons. So
How about the man in the moon? Does he have a cow?
well, so that's the thing. The cow jumped over. I think some people believe that there isn't a
Where'd
man in
it
the moon. That
go?
there's a cow in the moon. It's a cow in the moon, and that cows are actually aliens here observing us, and that is why when you hear so many alien stories about cows being dissected or whatever, or cows being abducted, it's actually because cows are aliens.
They're moon bound.
Yeah, so they're just getting brought back home sometimes. Oh, it's family Christmas, gotta go back home, or whatever alien cows have that's not Christmas, but it's like Christmas to them. We probably got it from them, from all we know.
Beam me up, Bessie.
2% alien milk, with your cereal this morning for breakfast. And this whole time, didn't know. So
They're trying to get at my epigenetics.
So as a doctor, that's it's all stuff you think about when you're studying the moon.
When was your first time seeing the moon?
It wasn't until I was like 15.
Whoa! Did you live in Antarctica or something?
Well, no, we lived in a little small.
Oh, I did.
Small. Oh, tell me about that. When was the first time you saw the moon?
My best friend was a penguin, but it was just a stuffed animal. I'd been to the moon for a long time, and then I saw it, and I was like, this is so cool. Why isn't it out all the time? So I studied it, and that's when I learned it was mostly fake.
That the moon's mostly fake.
Yeah, mostly.
What parts are real, and then what parts are the fake
parts? The cheese part's real.
That's the real part.
The man's real, and the cow is real. But everything else is fake. There's nowhere to land on the moon because there's no airports.
Well,
you ever think about that? There's no train tracks. There's no bus stations.
Well, I don't know how landing.
There's no subway.
They might have blimpies though,
Well,
if they don't have subways. They might have a Jimmy John's.
They should. Yeah, a Quiznos on the moon.
A Quiznos. They might have. they could even have a Jersey Mike's.
Oh, that would be nice.
Potentially even a Potbelly.
Oh, yum yum yum.
I mean, you could get so many submarine
sandwiches on the moony yummy yum yum. Your taste buds grow 10 times in space. Moon space.
Sub sandwiches taste better on the moon. It's proven.
Gravity is a known inhibitor of taste buds and sex thoughts.
All they did on the moon in the 60s and 70s. The Apollo, what people don't know is that if you go to old Latin times, Rome, and you go to a baker and you get a roll that we would call a sub bun today, that's called an Apollo roll.
Oh, yeah.
And all those Apollo missions going to the moon were just taste testing different subs on the moon to see which ones tasted better, and if they tasted better on Earth, better at the moon. And moon every time.
Yep. And also, you go get a plane ticket right now, and you fly to Rome, and you get off the airport plane, off the train track plane, and you walk out on the street, and you get an Apollo bread roll, and you look at it. It is just like the spaceship shape. You look at it, pick it up, hold it like a spaceship, fly it around, make spaceship noises, and you it's unmistakable that this is not a coincidence. This is a
coincidence.
This had intent.
And you could see even do your homework on Armstrong and Aldrin and Lovell, like all those guys. They have a Jones for sub sandwiches. They have been chasing the dragon ever since, and they're never going to catch it. And they're eating grinders. They're eating hoagies. They're eating all this, meatball ones, pizza ones, and they're just not ever catching. And so they basically, live the life of a sub addict because of their space journeys to the moon.
Yep, and Aldrin, he came back and he's talked many times about how he came back from the moon addicted, and he became immediately addicted to carbohydrates and simple carbohydrates. And before that, he was a fruits and vegetables guy. And after the lunar experience, it twisted his mind, twisted his buds all up. Came back and did a simple carb addict. Crazy, but true.
Lovell used to walk around with a meat slicer, just trying to make anything into deli meat so he could put it on a sub roll. Cops would have to get called. He'd be chasing kids around the playground and he'd trying to make a little, Timmy sub,
Timmy Subbies.
A little Susie and Timmy combo sub, with Italian seasoning.
That's Susie.
So.
Susan.
Yeah, and Susie wanted to be an astronaut, but not now, because he ruined it for her. So she became a criminal instead and
because of the astronauts
killed herself.
Legend of the Astronauts Meat Slicer.
Catch that on AMC.
Now, as a moon boy, you were 15. Did you try to kiss the moon?
Moon enthusiast.
I did.
When I first saw the moon, I lived in a small town, a small beach town outside of Seattle in a cloudy place, and I also had a fear of looking up, because one time I looked up and there was just a big bird.
Because of the movie?
No, there's just a big bird. Yeah, It's a big bird swooped down at me the first time I looked up as a kid, and I guess it just imprinted on my mind, and I just would never look up. I just kind of would say that I was and wasn't, and my head would come up and my eyes would still just kind of go down like that. And like one of those dolls, because of but I was little at the time, so the bird seemed huge, like basically a pterodactyl.
I ain't never seen no bird. Penguin, no.
So like imagine if you got attacked by a pterodactyl. How that might make you scared of looking up.
Yeah, I tried that in a VR experience once, and I didn't like it.
This wasn't no stuffed penguin, I'll just tell you that much, okay? This was a real deal.
Oh, dang.
This is a real deal bird.
Real bird. Real bird fear. I have it, and so
actual
do you.
Actual feathers. This was in a plush.
Oh, that's sick. That's so gross. Oh, are they slimy?
I mean, they sounded weird.
They got goop all over them?
It sounded like a robot, I'll tell you that much.
Are they like bones? Bone feathers?
I think they barely have bones. I think they have ghost bones. That's why they can fly.
Why don't they eat more milk?
I think milk fills bones.
Are there birds on the moon? Are birds real on the moon?
I don't imagine that the cows would allow them up there. So no.
Cows be birds? Who wins?
Yeah,
cows. 9 out of 10.
On the moon, at least. On the moon.
Yeah, moon rules.
Yeah. Earth rules, I think maybe there's more birds. On Earth, they're just a little too heavy to be effective, but on the moon, they weigh a little less, and they're a little more effective, and they're less, because the birds are are kind of conditioned to be the right perfect weight for flying.
Cats of the sky.
Flying on this planet, but on that planet, if they jump a little too high to fly, they're not coming back down. They're going into space, you know what I'm saying? And they ain't coming back. So they got to be careful on the moon.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a more dangerous place for a bird.
Because of the moon.
When the moon is out, that's when it happens.
You ever seen a bird fly by the moon?
Yeah, I have. Do you think they're communicating? Or you think that they're like spying on it?
What kind of bird was it? Yeah, I do. Bird dependent. If it was it an owl?
Oh, owls seem like they might be moonbirds. Yeah.
Yeah, they got Moonbird and
Moonbird is a really good band. That's another moon band I like.
I like their second album.
Moondog. It's Moondog. Isn't it Moondog? Never mind. Moonbird, though, is my favorite band.
I'm still a Moonbird guy. Are they older than the moon?
Yeah. No, not that old. Although I do think they prophesy to be that old. False.
What does scientists say? How old is the moon? How old them rocks? Are there young rocks? Are there old rocks? Is the moon one rock, or is it made up of many different types of rocks or cheese?
So what we've been able to glean is that it's the moon. They think is made out of the cheese part of Earth when it got hit with comets.
Wisconsin?
Yep. Part of those Great Lakes. It was a big chunk of Wisconsin up there. And then it also, was smaller when it knocked up there, and then it gathered a bunch of space dust all on it,
Yep.
Yep. And it molded because it was cheese.
Disease.
Molded up to get big because
Yep.
it was cheese. And
Yep.
that grew and grew and grew. And then it calcified.
You got sticky and hard.
And then it calcified and then became rock, which is also another thing because it's like once something's petrified into rock, it's tough to really find out what it was before it was rock. But some of these chunks of rock look an awful lot like cheese. That's all I can tell you.
Is there moon sand?
Absolutely. There's moon beaches. I mean, there's the Sea of...
Do you have any? Have you snorted any moon sand?
Sea of Tranquility. No, I have not. It's a class D Schedule 404 felonious drug to use. So it's the most illegal drug there is. Most people don't even know it's an illegal drug or that it exists. It's how illegal it is. So yeah, no. So.
Well, yeah, but you're like the moon doctor. You didn't get. I thought moon doctors had access to that. Isn't that why people?
Oh, we have
dentists?
access to it, but we can't do it. Wink, wink. We just can't do it. So we see it. We study it.
Let's talk after. Let's talk after the show. Let's talk after the show.
Yeah, I'll tell you all about them compounds. You know what I'm saying? All about them compounds after the show. Some interesting compounds.
So moon for me means cow. Moo is in it. There's an N on the end. If you listen closely to the cows, sometimes you can hear them saying, moon. Just listen next time.
Yeah, I don't know why. We were very presumptuous to think that they were, pronouncing it moo when it really does sound like moon.
Yeah. Ethnocentrism. Speciescentrism.
Yeah, this is a thing I think about very often.
What are the rights going to be like on the moon when people settle there? Are they going to be like cool rights or equal rights or like bad rights and Blab Rats?
It's going to be purge law, I think.
Purge law.
Yeah, I think. Oh. I think whenever you settle...
Bingers not allowed?
No, only purging. You just purge law, and every man, woman, child, person
has to watch the purge the whole time they're up there?
Has to answer a quiz about the purge universe before going to work or school every day.
Oh, okay. That's not that bad.
Yeah.
Hey, but did you hear about there's going to be a new purge on the moon?
Yeah? What's it called?
It's just like 3 astronauts. It's called 3 astronauts. Purge 3 astronauts.
Oh, and they just go up there and they die?
Yeah, they kill each other because they're purging on the moon.
Do you believe that's what happens every time? Is that they go up and then they basically just do a...
They get attacked by Transformer aliens on the moon for sure.
Oh.
And they get killed, and then they come back as body aliens who have subsumed their flesh and eaten their mind and vocal cords, and then attained superhuman status because they're alien boys. Earth to aliens, no girls allowed.
Well, you heard it here first. Buzz Aldrin is a body alien. So Buzz Aldrin's a body alien.
Yeah, well, he's addicted to carbs for sure.
Do you think that the sublust? Do you think the sublust is what the aliens were after? They saw that they tasted the. Hold on.
I haven't done the forensic accounting on it, but
hold on.
I think there's always a.
Is the sub what?
Lunar madness?
Is lunar madness sublust? Is it aliens tasted human subs and needed them so bad that they wanted to replace our astronauts to come back to Earth, and they've been trying to have the.
Yep.
They've been trying to recreate the sub experience that they've had.
Yep.
Or on the moon, on Earth. We could potentially rid ourselves of these aliens if we just gave them a submarine sandwich franchise and sent them back to the moon with it.
Here's the real deal. Here's the real deal, okay? And this is what my sources tell me. Is what everyone's saying. Guess what? It's true. There are aliens, okay? Everybody knows it. Everybody knows. Everybody at higher levels know. If you know anybody, even a freaking private in the army knows it. Okay, that's how open a secret is now. Okay, but what they don't tell you, okay? What they don't tell you right now, though, there's only 3. There's just 3 aliens. You ever seen more than one alien in one place? I didn't think so. And they are just pranking us. Using their alien powers for good, bad, and the pranky. You know what I'm saying?
It's all been them though. Every single thing.
Yeah. Yep.
Throughout history.
Every alien thing. Yep.
Has been one of these 3 guys.
Santa Claus.
When did they get here?
That's them. Around the time the Easter Bunny was invented. That was them.
So they did Easter Bunny. They did the pyramids. Mexican and African?
Moon. Yeah, they did the moon. Because of the moon, they did it. Yep. Yeah, they did alien building powers, so it only took them a couple days.
Were they just trying to build a ladder back to the moon? Is that what pyramids are?
No, they were trying to build a place big enough to house all their sub sandwiches.
I thought they were just trying to build sick jumps.
Well, yeah, they board, they skate, they do razor scooter primarily, but
so they do sick jumps on the Egyptian pyramids, and they do sick grinds on the Mesoamerican ones.
Full moon, you'll find them there today. If there's a full moon, they're there. They're at one of those places.
Oh, Lunar Grind Fest, hell yeah.
Yeah, they did. You should have seen them. They did a triple grind on Machu Picchu.
Whoa, all right. That's a heavy-duty grind.
Yeah, they sex waxed the whole thing.
That what explains why it's so old and still in such good condition. You know, sex wax, man, it really does work.
So they poly the whole thing. Polyurethane. God's way of maintaining Earth.
So you're saying that Buzz Aldrin,
yes, all 3 of them,
and Neil Armstrong,
the 3 of them,
and the other asshole. The other, whatever the other one's name.
Let's call him Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, Kevin Bacon for whatever. Yeah. So Kevin Bacon, Armstrong, Aldrin, already aliens when they go up into space.
Yep. No. Well, yeah, because as soon as you hit space, you become an alien. Is that the moon rule? Is that the moon rumor?
Well, no, because you were saying that's because they've been here since forever.
They got jacked on the moon. My sources say they got jacked on the moon. They moon jacked.
Oh, they got moon jacked?
Yep.
I just feel like we're one step closer to being on the moon, if that's true.
Okay, I got a question.
Yeah.
What would you do on the moon if you were a moon cop?
I would arrest a cow and get all his moon milk.
For the crime of
holding my moon milk in the mudders. I'd be a crooked cop because again, it's purge law on the moon. It's every man for themselves. I'll be a bad lieutenant on the moon.
The milk is mine.
Shaking down cows for their moon milk and selling it back to them at inflated prices on the streets through dealers. That's what I'd do if I was a moon cop.
Now, follow-up question. Would you arrest and charge asteroids with terrorism under the Patriot Act?
I would absolutely arrest an asteroid if I could. I'd be out there with a catcher's mitt and a gun and some handcuffs on my hip, and I'd catch them in the catcher's mitt, point the gun at them, then kind of set the catcher's mitt on the ground, slide it off, grab the cuffs, cuff them. You're under arrest. Terrorism.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Wow. You sound like you've been a moon cop. Legally, you gotta tell me if you are a moon cop.
No, that's actually not true. People think that's true, but trust me, it's not. I can't tell you how I know, though.
Wow.
But
what do you know? You know. This is fucked up. I didn't know I was having a friggin' moon cop. I mean, I'm just asking questions about the moon, okay, man? Chill.
Hey, no one said they were a moon cop.
Hey, so what's the story? Big headlines this week. TMZ, DMZ, HBO, and the FBI all say the same thing. All their dogs ate moon rocks and died. What's up with that, Dr. Moon Rocks? Booby. Dr. Booby.
I'll say that this sort of thing comes up every few years. Dog eat rocks, dogs die. Moon rocks are rocks like all the other rocks. It has nothing to do with the moon. It has everything to do with the rock. Dogs shouldn't eat rocks.
What do you mean just like the other rocks, though? But these are moon rocks.
Right. So they're special in certain regards, but in these regards, they're particularly unspecial in that they react like all rocks do to a dog's stomach.
Here's a philosophical question for you.
Sure.
When a moon rock comes back to Earth, is it still a moon rock?
Here's an even deeper philosophical question for you. If the moon is made out of pieces of the Earth, wasn't the moon always an Earth rock? Isn't it an Earth rock while it's up there on the moon now? I would argue that yes, it is. They're all Earth rocks.
I guess they're kind of like the Petoskey stones of Earth.
Yep. Or those weird lightning ones, or the
lightning crackers.
Yep, lightning crackers. There's a zebra dessert. Zebra cakes.
And the boom boom rocks of Cuyahoga County.
Yep. A lot of different ones out there. Cuyahoogans love those. Hulk Hogan's.
Let's see here. You no comment on my friend's dad's twin cousin Randy. He has half Dalmatian called Bub Boy dying from moon rocks. You're saying it's just like any other rock, and this guy eats rocks. Why are dogs eating moon rocks? Dogs don't eat rocks. They eat cheese.
Well, dogs shouldn't eat cheese either. Cheese is bad for dogs, as is rocks. So if the moon...
So you admit it?
That cheese is bad for dogs?
The moon is made of cheese because the moon rocks are killing the dogs.
Again, I can't...
Dogs ain't allergic to rocks because dogs don't eat rocks. So they ain't allergic to them.
I think they are allergic to them. And I think they're allergic to cheese. Does that mean all rocks are cheese? I mean, by your debate logic, I guess it does. So we're living on a big cheese earth. Yeah, it's a big blue cheese ball. Getting roasted by the sun all day.
Yep. Ooh, burnt cheese.
Yummy, yummy. Man, that makes me want a pizza.
Hey, Moon, don't block my burnt cheese.
Does anyone else want to go get a pizza after this or what?
Hell yeah. Moon pizza. Moon pie.
Ooh, we'll get the new moon pie down at Pizza Castle. This episode sponsored by the Dairy Union.
The International Dairy Workers Union. And the Calculus Foundation.
Calculus Foundation.
Providing math to cows for over 20 years. Underwritten by the Carnegie Foundation. And brought to you by IG Farben. Follow them on Insta at IGFarvin. Also underwritten by dogs. You've seen them around. Now they're sponsoring us. Thanks, dogs.
Just because dogs can't go to the moon doesn't mean they don't want to sponsor a show about the moon.
This is for dogs' rights. Dogs' rights are men's rights too.
Yo, what's up? It's Alex, the number one mime in Canada, and you're listening to Blab Rats Radio.
Are you smarter than a bear? Okay, today's first contestant on Are You Smarter Than a Bear is
Frank Hangers.
Frank Hangers, everyone. How you doing there, Frank?
Good, thanks.
Glad to hear it, Frank. You know I gotta ask. You think you're smarter than a bear?
Oh boy, I think so. I hope so.
Well, there you have it, folks. Frank will be stepping into the plexiglass quiz pen with today's bear. That's right, a beautiful bull Kodak from Sitka, Alaska. Beautiful shiny brown coat there. Been feeding them lots of salmon. All right, Frank, settle on in to the quiz pen. You know the rule. Hit the buzzer, answer the question, win the prize. I make it sound so easy, huh, Frank?
Yeah.
Question numero uno. For $1,000, can you tell us what president the teddy bear was named after? Ooh, sorry there, Frank. Turns out you're not smarter than a bear. The answer we were looking for was the 26th president, Theodore the Ted Man Roosevelt, named after the movie Ted. Better luck next time. Ooh, if there is a next time. That, ladies and gentlemen, is why we have the plexiglass quiz pen. We need to go to some commercials now so we can rinse down the pen. But when we return, we welcome back 12-year-old Susie Jenkins as she tries to take another shot at the grand prize so she can get new tires for her entire wheelchair hockey team. Come on, let's hear it for Susie Jenkins after the break. Stick around, we'll see you when we come back on Are You Smarter Than a Bear?
Yo, what's up with the moon anyway?
Well, now, host,
Is it a what?
what are
Is
your
it a
thoughts?
planet?
Let's. I want host. I want you to let people know once and for all, because there's a lot of conjecture out there.
Why isn't it a planet?
Do you believe in the moon?
I do believe in the moon and the stars in the sky.
And I swear I'll be there.
I believe that song was a hit. I believe skating parties. I believe in bologna sandwiches. The power of bologna sandwiches.
Yeah, I believe in roller skating parties, listening to Boyz II Men for sure.
Oh, that's all for one, bro.
But I also like listening to Boyz II Men.
Sure. Yeah, very skating party happy.
Yeah. And
that is a new subgenre. It's skating party music, and invented posthumously, you might say.
by All For One.
It's a whole subgenre. Yeah, the skating party music compilation's coming out next year on Blab Rats Radio Records.
Host, did all but one of All For One die?
Yeah, only one remains, and his name is Quattro.
He renamed himself in a name that he thought would honor the rest of the four of the All For One.
He sold his naming rights to Audi, the German car company. And when they rebranded their all-wheel drive system as Quattro, he was kind of their human billboard.
So that's why That's why whenever you see an audio commercial, it has like that music.
Exactly.
That is remarkable. Well, that makes me like All for One even more, and miss them. All three gone.
Did you know that the three of them died on the moon crash, though? They had moon crash? With their band crashed on the moon. Baby, coming down.
Yeah, I think
That song's about the moon.
But there's also
It's not about sex, it's about the moon.
there's also only
That's real.
3 aliens according to this recording.
Yep. That's what I remember hearing. That was the weird part.
Do you buy that?
I do.
You do buy it.
Yeah.
Kind of a Three Stooges
I
of
think, yeah.
pranky
Dinkus,
aliens,
Hinkus,
and they're just messing with our cows.
they're just going around bopping people on the head with mallets and shit.
Zapping hillbillies up into the air and diddling their butts.
They don't got no fancy guns. All they do is bop people with mallets.
Did they ever go whoop, 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 like that?
Yeah, that's the sound they make before they bop you.
And then they go why yada.
According to my sources.
Their alien sounds like why
Some
yada.
of which may have been the tapes we just listened to.
That does sound like aliens.
Yeah, that's not an alien. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Think about it.
That had more legs than I thought it did. Like most aliens.
Yep. Slow it down. Slow it down. You'll hear the alien sounds of the Three Stooges. Yep. Listen to the Three Stooges backwards and slow it down. You'll hear the devil. You might not be able to make out what he's saying, but he's an alien. And he's coming for your sandwiches. So, lock up your bread, lock up your sliced meats.
Yeah, the precious sandwich gold of the moon. Those highly coveted submarines sandwiches.
And while I'm on the subject, check out the new patented by us, the new host and producer. It's called the Bread Humidor. And that's going to keep your bread fresh when you lock it up, because sometimes when you lock up bread, sometimes it can dry out. And that is what we set out. This is a 5-year-long project, and we just came out with it. So go ahead, head on over to Blab Rats Bread Humidor.
You wanna lock it up. You want to lock it up tight, but you also want to lock it up right.
Yep.
And that's what we really believe. And so it's just a passion project of ours. Lots of things can lock bread up tight.
What's more important than your bread?
They don't call money bread for nothing. You know what I mean? What's more valuable than bread? Money? No.
Money doesn't grow on trees, but bread do.
If money was more valuable than bread, we would be calling bread money for slang. But we don't. We call money bread for slang because bread is the most valuable.
To bread.
Yeah, it's the most valuable.
It's a bread compliment because we're a bread society.
Yeah. Born and bred,
Brad Pitt.
bred and raised, Bradley Cooper.
Yep, that was right there. He's the tall guy from Everybody Loves Fred Garrett. Okay, so yeah, check out our exciting new invention, patented the bread humidor. Keep your bread moist-ish, just enough, not too tight to dry out. Touch.
Firm on the outside, soft on the inside.
Keep it almost moist.
The way bread's supposed to be.
The almost moistest with the moistest.
This episode also sponsored by Kerdrinzagik,
Gesundheit.
the last name in health, because it's the last trademarkable name in medicine. Kerdrinzagik
Gesundheit.
is the last pill you'll need because it's the last pill you'll take because it's the last pill we'll make. All the rest of the possible letter combinations were taken. And what's more, this is the last possible combination of medicines and powders and magic potions known to man that could possibly be made and trademarked. Somebody gotta go find us some more compounds, y'all. Maybe rustle us up a wizard or a hoodoo guy or a genie. Ask your doctor about Quadrinzig today. Quadrinzig,
Gesundheit.
your last shot at health.
And also sponsored by the Skittle Up, Skittle Down Alleys 1K Walkathon. It's a walk for the cure. We're trying to cure fear of bowling that is very pervasive in our community. And we're going to do it by walking. We're going to beat this thing. Come on out and walk the 1K.
It's affecting business.
It's affecting businesses. It's affecting podcast audiences.
Particularly this business and this podcast. Oh.
No. Oh, I guess, yeah. A little bit. I didn't want to say it, but yeah, a little bit.
If we're keeping, yeah.
So come on out, show your support for people to come together in bowling hours again and not have fears of bowling.
And if you can't make the event,
And
just
walk
come
it.
bowling. Just come bowling anytime you want here.
Show up in something fun. Maybe walk in your bowling shoes. Maybe bowl in your walking shoes. Don't do that, actually. Maybe bring your cat.
They're always around the lanes, like you guys always talk. You know,
Alley cats.
alley cats. That's our alley cats. We're training them to deliver drinks to the patrons. I mean, that's a
because
Yeah.
we're hiring. They're hiring. We don't own this place, but yeah, we're hiring.
yeah. No, but we've got some alley cats that'll bring you. You guys want a drink?
Yep.
I got a pussy here. They'll bring it right to you.
I got a pussy here that'll bring you a half full martini by the time she gets there. No problem. That's why all our drinks are half off.
Because Mitzi takes a little off the top. Yeah.
Let's see if you be trace slurping by the end of the night.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Mitzi's a problem, but
Yo, what's up? Shout out to my boy Trace Slurpin.
but the guests love her. So what can you do?
Lapping up.
All right, I think that calls it.
Little darling, yeah. All right. That's it for us on this side until we see you on the other side of these tapes. Pretty soon. Stop them tapes.
Clone.
Blah, 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 blah.
blah 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 blah